Sweet girl, Dolce. Ooh, don't get in trouble, Lucia. That's Lucia, the 1.5-year-old Cane Corso puppy, female. She's coming to say hi to Ozzy. She gets too much in his face, though. He doesn't like that. Ozzy's the alpha male. And Dolce's the beautiful black coat female. And then there's Tux over there, the pit bull mix. Tuxie. Yeah, these two right here, they're gonna go live with my brother Albert. I posted a video about that not too long ago. But I wanted to tell y'all, it's not like you're never gonna see them again. I'll post several videos of them, either from Albert sending me footage or from whenever Albert comes to visit with them, or when I go to visit Albert's house. So, and that happens like at least once or twice a month. I'll go there, or he'll come here, and then in the meantime he can send me photo or videos of them, and so you can see how they're loving their life in the country. Oh, look at this, girls. Now, get back. See, it was about to be a fight again. There's a stick that they both want. So the problem is these two females. So Dolce is more dominant. She's very, very dominant. In fact, she would be the alpha if it wasn't for Ozzy. She's actually the beta female. She sometimes thinks she's the alpha until Ozzy here reminds her that she's not. But that has been working because Lucia is more submissive to Dolce. The problem arising is that now Lucia is starting to stick up for herself. She's maturing now. Like I said, she's a little over 1.5 years, so she'll be 2 in November. So, wait, is it November? Yeah, I think it's November. Yeah. So, so she's almost gonna be 2, so she's maturing, and she's basically telling Dolce, punk. So I gotta fix this cushion the dog's chewed. Actually, Gypsy chewed it up. I'm gonna buy another cover for it. Gypsy, if you're new to the pack, is my little pit bull puppy. She's 1 year now. She's not a little puppy anymore, but she's 1 year. She's playing with a rock over there. Gypsy. Well, so I just wanted to tell y'all, don't fret. It's not like it's gonna be goodbye forever. You're gonna still see a lot of Dolce and a lot of Tux. And sometimes we have to make decisions that are best for our dogs. Believe me, I do not want to let them go. I love them very much. And it's not like I just don't want to have them. It's just that I'm doing it's really for their benefit. And it's also mutually beneficial for Albert, because Albert's dog, Albert, my younger brother, who they're going to go live with, Albert's dog Bruce, like I was saying in that video, is very old. He could go any day now. Albert lives out in the country, and so it's just him and his dog, and they do everything together. He's very close with his dog, so I think it'll be a good transition for him. So he'll have a little pack there, so it's just not going to be just him when his dog dies. It's good protection for him as well. So, I mean, not that he needs protection, but it's always nice to have a dog. When someone approaches your house out in the country, you have a dog to alert you. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say in this video. And oh my gosh, y'all, it is right now, it's beautiful. I'm taking advantage of this beautiful morning out here. I'm in Texas Hill Country. Just looked at the weather report again, and it's gonna get up to 100 degrees by noon today. So in years past, it didn't get into the hundreds until we were well into mid to late June. But it's starting to get to 100 degrees earlier in the year now. Some of y'all don't believe in global warming, but just watch the trends. So yeah, so the trends is now that it's just it's just going to start getting hotter and hotter. And so the only times where it's really bearable and safe to be outside is in the morning and in the late evenings. Like yesterday, the late evening for me here, where it wasn't like high 90s, was 8 p.m. I think around 7:30 it started to it started to cool off a little bit. But so basically I have about an hour of light in the evening where it's not terribly hot, till from about 8 to 9 p.m. And then in the morning times, that's when you get the most work done. So I got up at 7 with the dogs, and yeah, so I'm gonna try to get some work done. I need to do a ton of yard work. I either do the yard work this morning or this evening, I don't know. I need to cut the grass. All the grass and the weeds, because I don't have a lawnmower because it's all rocky out here. So I have to have this weed whacker, and I ordered a new one that has a blade on it, so it's really heavy duty. I need to put it together and set it up. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to do a real short video for y'all. Check in with you and kind of remind everybody that if you watched my previous video of where I talked about how I'm gonna let Albert take Dolce and Tux. Oh, they see something over there. Go see what it is. Because, you know, I think it kind of shocked a lot of people, and a lot of people were upset. Most of y'all understand and know that it's actually beneficial for the dogs. It's for their safety, because Lucia and Dolce are really prone to getting in another fight. And yes, I can manage it. It's just that I can't really play fetch. Dolce loves to play fetch. So she'll be playing a lot of fetch with Albert. I can't do that with her because Lucia's going to want to get whatever it is. Oh, let me go see. Something's up. Oh, there's some animal. There's some animal. What is it, eyes? I have to be careful it's not a dangerous animal like a porcupine. I have a couple videos out there where Tuck's got porcupine quills in his muzzle. And we do have them out here. Snakes as well. Ooh, yeah. But you know, other than the extreme 4, now it's turning to 5 months of extreme heat in Texas. Other than that, it's beautiful. Yeah, see all this. Oh my God, I'm almost embarrassed to show y'all, but you've probably already seen it. Ooh-wee. It's just that we had some heavy rains, and these things took off like super quickly. So I need to cut all of this back down. That's my rose garden. Lucia. But yeah, other than that, you know, like other than 4 or 5 months of the year of extreme heat, it's beautiful. Like our Septembers, usually the end of September, it's still in the beginning of September, it can still be in the hundreds. But man, y'all, in September through November, that's gorgeous weather. We can get some pretty cold winters. Sometimes it can even snow out here, and it has. It's got a lot of days where we've had freezes, where there's just ice on the ground. So, but it's hit or miss. Sometimes we'll get a December where it's not very cold at all. I have pictures of Christmas Day where it was 70 degrees. Lucia, isn't she stunning? She is so gorgeous. I'm so excited to show y'all the puppy that's going to be the sire of her litter. I'm super excited. Yeah, more to follow soon on that. Stay watching the channel so you can see the updates on that. Those will happen pretty soon here as the puppy grows. And if all goes well, I'll be getting that puppy in about a month. Oh, Ozzy doesn't like what he's seeing. Yeah, and then in January is very cold. We can get some snow and freezing all the way up until like February and early March. We can get some freezes, but they're not as long. And then of course March, mid to end of March is absolutely gorgeous. April's gorgeous, and we're in May right now, mid to late May. Well, that's the transition month now, apparently, to where we can get 100-degree weather in May. So, you know, we've got a lot of the year where it's beautiful. It's just, and honestly, I prefer being hot than cold. I hate being, like, extremely cold where your bones are cold. I can't stand that. I'd rather be hot, I think, because at least there's air conditioning, if it works. So I got to make sure I have a plan that, you know, I got to look into getting a generator. My biggest fear is that if I'm at work and the air conditioning goes out and the dogs are not able to get cool. They do have a doggy door though, where they can come outside whenever they want to. So if it got too hot in the house, you know, they could always, I guess, go outside and seek some shade. But even then, in the shade, it's super hot and it gets really humid. That's the dangerous thing, is the humidity. It's hard to cool off when there's humidity. There's Gypsy with her rock. See that thing on Gypsy's nose, y'all? Let me show. Come here, Gypsy. I didn't film this. I didn't film it because it happened so quickly, and also it looked a lot worse than it does. But let me show you, Gypsy. Gypsy. Come here, good girl. Good girl, Gypsy. Let's see if I can get this. Let me see your rock. Come here. Let me see your rock. Let me see your rock. I don't know. Can you see that nick on her nose? She kept moving her head around, but there's also a nick on her right eyebrow. That was bleeding pretty hard, and that's when I had that fight. I didn't get to film it like I was saying. There was a pretty good fight between Dolce and Lucia. Really good fight between Dolce and Lucia, y'all. It was the most intense one I've seen, and it was right here. It's the other day. We were sitting right here, and just like you saw in the beginning of this video, where Dolce had a stick and Lucia wanted it, or vice versa, they were both kind of trying to get this stick. Well, Lucia didn't let it go. Dolce's basically telling her that's mine, and Lucia's like, no, that's mine. Yeah. I'm claiming it. And so I went to go grab it, but it happened too quickly. It was just a bunch of, you know, growling and you know, teeth gnashing, and I was able to actually pull them apart. I grabbed the stick that they were fighting over. I grabbed that, took that out, but they were at each other's necks and teeth gnashing, and then little Gypsy, she came thinking she's coming to the rescue to defend Lucia. So she got on top of Dolce and started like just grabbing onto Dolce's neck with her teeth. And Dolce whipped her around, and it happened right there by those rocks. Dolce whipped Gypsy around, and in less than a second, Gypsy was on her back, and Dolce was on top of her. And I just saw blood coming from Gypsy's face, and that's what that nick is. And it looked pretty deep at the time, but luckily, this is day 2. That happened 2 days ago. Luckily, the one on the eye, you can't even see it anymore. They heal so quickly. I just put a little Vaseline on it, and it's starting to heal beautifully. But I looked very closely, thoroughly over Dolce and Lucia, and they didn't really have any serious nicks on them. Maybe a little abrasion here and there, but nothing that was even bleeding that much. I checked their tongues. I know of someone that posted on a forum once that their Cane Corso got into a fight and then was bleeding profusely through the tongue, which had a bunch of gnashes on it. Had to get surgery. But so, nothing like that. So it was extremely lucky. How did I break it up? My taser. I made the sound of the taser. And you know, it took me, it's not like automatic. Like when that fight happens, I saw that it was coming. And I was going to break it up and take whatever it was that they wanted. But I was actually too late on the draw. It was too late. And so... yeah, so then I luckily I had my taser, but it wasn't like a reflex, like, oh, grab my taser. It was first, let me break them up. Let me try to break them up first. And when that didn't work, then I grabbed the taser. And all I did was make the sound of the taser. I didn't use it on any of them. I've never had to use a taser on a dog. But just clicking the sound, that little buzzing sound, it's very loud. That broke them up. And I try not to ever use that sound so that it acts more to startle them. So yeah, she's really standing up for herself now. She's not backing down to Dolce. It's very volatile. And it's too bad because I'd like to play, fetch with Dolce. But I can't do that with Lucia around. But yeah, y'all, so it's really for their benefit. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, so before I used the taser and I was holding them back, I was able, because Dolce is pretty obedient to me. She actually listened to me. She backed off of Lucia. I got Dolce on a good voice command eventually as she was backing off. And then Lucia is the one that kept coming back to Dolce. I couldn't separate them because Lucia kept coming back to take another bite out of Dolce's neck. Gypsy, isn't that right? Where's your rat, baby girl? Did you put it in a safe place? She's gonna be okay? Yeah, see, you can barely even see that nick on her anymore. It was pretty deep at the time. It looked like it was. But anyways, yeah, so Lucia was actually like, oh no, I'm not done with her yet. I'm trying to teach her. I'm trying to make my point with her. So, yeah, like I was saying, Lucia, her personality, her temperament is that she's very laid back. She's very kind of middle of the road, but she's not a pushover. And that's case in point. She was not a pushover. And so, it worked better, when she was a puppy and she really wouldn't stick up too much to Dolce. She would be like, all right, Dolce, you can have it. But now she's like coming into her own. She knows how strong she is. She knows she's actually stronger than Dolce. I believe she is. She's definitely bigger than Dolce. Dolce's got that stamina, that spirit though, that intestinal fortitude. But yeah, it was a very volatile situation. Luckily, no one got badly hurt. But it's just what I gotta do. I just have to separate them because the thing is, Lucia's gonna have a litter of puppies. Her hormones are gonna be very high. I think I could probably keep Dolce potentially. If I didn't live alone and I had a bunch of kennels and more space. I just don't have that set up. And yeah, but yeah, I just basically wanted to tell y'all, it's not like they're being separated for good. They're still family. Dolce's still in the family. And so is Tux. And I'm still going to see them. They're going to still see each other, a couple times a month. And aside from that, you'll be seeing videos of them living the life over at Albert's house in the country. Like I said, Dolce and Tux, it's like they're Albert's dogs almost anyway, because when Albert comes to visit, or when I visit Albert, they stick around Albert. They forget I'm even in the room. They go asleep in Albert's room, and Albert throws the ball to them. They just love Albert, so they're gonna love it. And they'll be here. Like I say, you'll see them here at my house. You'll see them a couple times a month, or I'll be going over there. In the meantime, I will show you videos of them loving life over at Albert's. So they're still part of the pack in a way. Okay, y'all, I hope you're having a good day, enjoying the weather if you have good weather. Hope you're having some good weather and staying clear of all those storms that are... There's a bunch of tornadoes out in Texas now, and severe thunderstorms that missed my area, but I know they're out there. Hope you're staying safe, and thanks for watching, y'all, and we'll see you on the next one. Ozzy, where is it, Papa? Ozzy. Where is it, Ozzy? Ay, papacito. Good girl, baby. Good girl. Bring it here. Good girl. Lucia. Sure.